you might ask why she's announcing it now. And the reason for that is because of the children who broke up from school at 4 p.m. today. And they have sought throughout this, we're told, to protect the children and put them first.
Well, the Princess of Wales there in a statement talking about cancer diagnosis and how she's processing and managing it privately, recovering from major surgery and starting treatment, appealing for space and privacy. And that final thought, thinking of all whose lives have been affected by cancer, you are not alone. Let's turn now to Kate Mansey, assistant editor for The Times, who covers the royal family, who's on the line now. Good evening, Kate.
Good evening.
I mean, really shocking news there. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, so I think this is really shocking. I think people will be surprised. If you were listening to that on the radio, the actual video shows her dressed very informally in jeans and a kind of white jumper with navy stripes on a bench in Windsor, just in the garden with the sort of daffodils in the background. She looks incredibly thin, and her voice sort of, as you can hear, sort of falters at times, but it's very, very moving and deeply personal, because she talks about how she, that she told her children, I am well and I'm getting stronger by the day. And what we know now is that while she had abdominal surgery, major surgery in January, which was initially we were initially told was non-cancerous. So subsequent sort of post-operative tests have revealed, obviously, the disease at a later stage. And we now know that late February was when she began to take preventative chemotherapy treatment. She remains positive. In that kind of 2-minute, 15-second video, she, as you say, throws her arms open to all other people with cancer as well. Now, we don't know what type of cancer she has. They're not revealing that. And they're also saying, the palace is saying, that she might return to duties when she feels able to do so, and it coincides with her medical treatment. Now, if we do see her at big events, royal events from time to time, or joining the royal family on engagements, we must not think that this is her back to full-time duties. She will appear sort of as and when, in the kind of when she's following doctor's advice. But the timing of it as well, if she started chemotherapy at the end of February, we were asked why. You might ask why she's announcing it now. And the reason for that is because of the children who broke up from school at 4 p.m. today. And they have sought throughout this, we're told, to protect the children and put them first. And they know there's going to be a huge media outpouring after this news. But what they don't want is to, for the children to be having to go into school the next day with all this going on. So they waited for the Easter holidays. They're now, as a family, going to take some time away to kind of, process it, is the kind of, the sort of word that was used to me.
Yeah.
And so make sure that the children are okay before they return to school in 3 weeks' time.
Kate, I'll come back to the impact on the family in just a second, but we've just had a statement in from the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, saying that his thoughts are with the Princess of Wales, the Prince of Wales, the royal family, and in particular her 3 children at this difficult time. He says the Princess of Wales has the love and support of the whole country as she continues her recovery. She has shown tremendous bravery with her statement today. In recent weeks, she has been subjected to intense scrutiny and has been unfairly treated by certain sections of the media around the world and on social media. When it comes to matters of health, like everyone else, she must be afforded the privacy to focus on her treatment and be with her loving family. I know I speak for the whole country in wishing her a full and speedy recovery and look forward to seeing her back in action when she's ready. That statement's just dropped in from the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. Just want to pick up on something with you there, Kate, that the Prime Minister mentioned, talking about how the Princess of Wales have been unfairly treated by certain sections of the media around the world. I mean, now we know what has been wrong with her. It does put a really distressing light on a lot of the speculation, the conspiracy theories, the social media trolling that has emerged in the last few weeks.
That's right. It sheds a totally new light, doesn't it, on some of the pretty unkind news that's been circulating, and the conspiracy theories, and also this underlining feeling, certain sections of the media that, social media particularly, there's been a sort of delight in kind of gossiping about what the conspiracy theories. I remember there was a CNN presenter in America who described it all as, quotes, delicious, close quotes, to kind of revel in the conspiracy theories of it all. And I hope those sort of people, you know, examining their consciences now in light of this. And there was very much, with the briefing that we had this afternoon, so that we were able to present the news in as informed a way as possible. We were very much told that the children were at the heart of the reason why they've kept this to themselves for so long. First of all, you know, in the video herself, she says that it was a shock for both her and William. They weren't expecting such a diagnosis. She's 42 years old and otherwise fit and healthy. And they needed time on their own to figure it out and figure out how they were going to break the news to the children.
Well, Kate, let me just ask you about the children, because obviously, you know, as you say, she's a mum. She's got these three young children. It's a terrible shock for them, but also, of course, William, who is shouldering the news of his father's cancer diagnosis.
That's right. This is a huge shock for the whole family, isn't it? Because we've just learned earlier this year that the King has cancer as well. So for two senior members of the royal family to have such devastating diagnosis within a short space of time, and for William to also have that, the news of his wife and his father with cancer. Now, one thing is also interesting to note. We're now told that when William, you might remember, William had to pull out of a memorial service for his godfather, King Constantine II. Earlier this year, and it was at very short notice, and he said that it was a personal matter. Now we're being given confirmation that this news was the personal matter that prevented him from attending that day, which again sheds new light on it.
Yeah.
As she says herself, we've had a really tough couple of months.
Absolutely. Kate Mansey, assistant editor for The Times, thank you very much for talking to us. And of course, you will be writing your stories for the paper out tomorrow, but also online. So do follow The Times website and, of course, the newspaper, the iPad edition, however you get your Times. All of Kate's coverage will be in that.